If someone quietly reached into your bank account and took $2,000 this year, you'd be angry. You'd want answers. You'd probably cancel something, call someone, or change your habits immediately. But here's the uncomfortable truth. For most people, that $2,000 is already disappearing. Not in one big hit. Not in a dramatic way. But slowly. Quietly. Almost invisibly. And that's why it's so dangerous. My name is Mark, and I spend way too much time thinking about relevant financial topics. And if you're someone who works hard, tries to be responsible with money, but still feels like your account balance never really moves forward, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, we're breaking down 7 hidden money leaks that quietly cost the average person about $2,000 a year, without them even realizing it. And here's the thing, none of these feel like bad spending. That's what makes them so sneaky. Money Leak 1. Subscription Drift. Let's start with the most obvious one, and somehow, still the most ignored. Subscriptions. Not just Netflix. I'm talking about apps, streaming services, cloud storage, premium trials you signed up for just to test, and forgot to cancel. Here's what most people don't realize. Subscriptions don't feel expensive because they're designed not to. $7 here. $12 there. Maybe $20 a month for something you barely use. But stack 5 or 6 of those together, and suddenly you're bleeding $40 to $60 a month. That's $500 to $700 a year, on things you don't even think about. And the real danger isn't the cost. It's invisibility. When money leaves automatically, your brain stops registering it as spending. Look, if you love a service and actually use it, keep it. But if you can't remember the last time you opened the app, it's not a subscription, it's a leak. Money Leak 2. Convenience fees you've normalized. This one hurts. Delivery fees. Service charges. Small order fees. Surge pricing. Tips stacked on top of everything. Now look. I'm not anti-convenience. Convenience has value. But what most people don't realize is how fast convenience becomes default. A $6 delivery fee doesn't feel like much. Neither does an extra $4 service charge. Or a $5 tip. But do that a few times a week? You're suddenly spending $200 to $300 a month just to avoid mild inconvenience. That's not food. That's not value. That's friction. And once your brain gets used to convenience, it feels painful to go back, even though your wallet desperately needs it. Money Leak 3. Auto-renewing insurance add-ons. This one is sneaky because it sounds responsible. Extended warranties. Device protection plans. Roadside assistance. Purchase insurance. Coverage on coverage on coverage. Banks and companies love these because they're high margin and emotionally driven. They sell you fear. What if something goes wrong? What if you need it? It's only a few dollars a month. But here's the thing. Most people don't use these. They forget they even have them. And they stack quietly in the background. $10 here. $15 there. Across multiple products. Over a year, that's easily $200 to $400. For peace of mind, you don't even remember you're paying for. Money Leak 4. Lifestyle inflation. Why? Oh, you didn't notice. This is one of the biggest ones, and almost no one talks about it properly. Lifestyle inflation isn't about buying luxury cars or designer clothes. It's about slightly better versions of everything. Slightly nicer groceries. Slightly more eating out. Slightly pricier habits. Slightly more treat yourself. Individually, these upgrades feel harmless. You're not being reckless. You're just enjoying life. But here's what most people don't realize. Lifestyle inflation doesn't hit your budget once. It hits it every month, forever. An extra $150 a month doesn't feel dramatic. But over a year, that's $1,800, almost your entire $2,000 leak right there. Money Leak 5. Emotional spending after stress. This one is uncomfortable, but important. Spending after a bad day. After stress. After boredom. After frustration. You don't plan it. You don't track it. And you usually don't even remember it clearly. It might be online shopping. Food. Random purchases. Digital stuff. Little dopamine hits. And here's the thing. Emotional spending isn't about the item. It's about relief. But relief is temporary. The expense is permanent. When this becomes a pattern, even a small one, you're quietly losing hundreds a year without ever labeling it as spending. Money leak 6. Bank friction and laziness fees. ATM fees. Overdraft fees. Interest from carrying small balances. Late fees you meant to avoid. These don't feel like choices. They feel like part of life. But they're not. They exist because systems are unmanaged. $5 here. $30 there. A little interest rolling quietly in the background. Over a year, that's another $200 to $300 just for not setting things up once. Money leak 7. Ignoring small optimizations. This is the one people roll their eyes at. Not negotiating bills. Not switching providers. Not using cashback. Not optimizing insurance or phone plans. Each one feels not worth the effort. But here's the reality. You only have to optimize once. The savings repeat every month. And when you ignore all of them together, you're leaving hundreds, sometimes over 1,000, on the table every year. Here's what's scary. None of these feel like a problem. But when you stack them together, subscriptions, convenience, add-ons, lifestyle creep, emotional spending, fees, laziness, boom. There's your $2,000 a year. Not because you're bad with money, but because money leaks quietly when systems aren't intentional. How to plug the leaks without hating your life. This is important. You don't fix this with extreme budgeting or cutting joy out of your life. You fix it with 3 principles. Visibility beats willpower. Automation beats motivation. Reduction beats deprivation. Make spending visible. Automate what matters. Reduce friction, not happiness. Here's the bottom line. Wealth isn't built by massive sacrifices. It's built by closing leaks most people never notice. If you plug even half of these, you don't just save money, you create breathing room, momentum, confidence. And that's how people finally move forward financially. If this helped you see your money more clearly, subscribe for more practical finance content. Give this video a thumbs up, and start with just one leak today. Because fixing small things consistently beats chasing big wins you never start.